Hi, friends. I thought we would just take a minute or two to get a little laugh over some of these prices at this church thrift store. I very rarely go here to this thrift store, maybe once or twice a year. Here we have a Hastings and Smith cardigan for $20. You see that, right? $20 at a church yard sale. Thrift store. These very chic Alfred Dunner corduroy pull-on pants for $10. And if I recall correctly, some of these items were here the last time I came, which was months ago. Now, these Abercrombie and Fitch linen pants could have been a good buy at maybe $5, maybe even $8, but not at $20. They weren't here the last time, which was months ago. Bonnie Evans, very chic, very couture, just joking. But $10 for that, I don't know. I try not to knock other people's hustles, but I do think it's a bit pricey for that. Here we have a thrilling and highly coveted selection of DVDs and VHSs. They wanted $2 for the DVDs and $1 for the VHSs. The VHSs can just go in the trash already. The mini blinds were about $10 each. They have been here, I believe, since I first started coming here years ago. I think you can get them for that much at Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. But the funniest of all was the Cabbage Patch doll for $50. That box is completely beat up. It looks like it fell down the steps, and it looks like the doll has been played with. It's not original in that box. So I just think $50 is a bit pricey for it, even though I like to support the small churches. This is just me flipping through some more of their clothing items. As you can see, not the best brands, and they were priced, I would say, just as high as the rest of the stuff. That's some Slimsation pants, $10. God, what was that brand? Some cardigan from Boscov's or Kohl's for $10. And that's a Wild Fable from Target. That was reasonable. That was $3 for that little shirt. Just some little odds and ends. I don't know much about this type of stuff, so I couldn't really tell you if they were reasonably priced or not. If you see anything in the video that you think you would have purchased for that price, let me know. Again, I like to support the churches and things of that nature, but if they want to make money, I think they should price things a little more reasonably if they want to raise money for their missions or whatever it is that they do. I can't really imagine how they're making a ton of money for their cause when most of this stuff, in my opinion, is very overpriced. And again, I don't like to knock people's hustles. We're all out here to make a buck. But if you're trying to raise money for a cause, I think that having more realistic prices would get more people to come to this church and spend their money. I did like that little thingy-majiggy bull, but he was messed up. Hey, friends. So, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to put a little bit of video before or after this little tangent of mine. I was entirely too scared to video much inside of there, but I did get a few clips. Did get a few pictures, plus the music was loud, and I'm pretty sure you can get demonetized. Not that I am monetized yet, but I'm just saying. Last time I came to this church thrift store, had to have been maybe a year ago. It's not my favorite place. I generally don't find a bunch of stuff. But I have to say that I took pictures and video of some of the most outrageous stuff. Let me preface this by saying that I shop at a lot of church thrift stores, and I shop at them because I like supporting. I like supporting the churches and all that stuff and the good stuff that they do. And I haven't been to Goodwill in God knows how long, at least a year. So I like coming to these little church thrift stores. I haven't been to this one in a while. And I also want to preface this by saying that I understand that you can price your stuff at however you want to, is your donations, whatever. But my friends, if you really look at this video, at some of the pictures that I provided to you and some of the video that I captured, absolutely outrageous, friends. Absolutely outrageous. I hate when people don't know how to use eBay to comp stuff out. They go there, you know how it is at yard sales. They go there, they see something for sale for $50. They don't know how to check the completed listing, so they automatically assume that stuff is worth that much, and it's annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's annoying. I think this is one of the worst ones that I come to, which is why I don't come often. To me, the prices are just absurd. I really wish I could have captured, there was like a small candle, it was a small one, that I took the lid off and there was wax all around the lid. It looked like it might have been used, and they wanted like $5 for it, for a used, no brand candle. But let me just get to it. Again, I don't know if I put the video footage before or after this, but so this is what I did end up getting from that place. Again, if y'all watch me, y'all know I do mostly clothes, but I think I did find one or two things that were decent. This is SQHT. This is some sort of insole with a heel. I paid $1 for each of these, and it looks like the comps were maybe 15 to 20 each. I might lot them up if it's the same type of thing. If not, I'll just separate them and get maybe 15 to 20 shipped. I paid $1 each, so a little bit of profit there, you know, nothing that's going to make me rich. They did sleep on this one, and I'm really surprised because if anything has a tag on it, which you'll see by the clothes that I got footage of, $20 for Alfred Dunner. It's new with tags, okay, but yeah, they wanted like $20 for the Alfred Dunner new with tags clothes. They don't have a lot of clothes here, but the clothes they do have, they definitely mark them up, friends. They did sleep on this one, or at least I think they slept on this one. If my research, because I don't comp everything out, I did comp out those foot thingies because I've never seen it before, and I didn't know much about the Yankee Candle thingy, but I did comp this out, and it looks like these are going for like $20. So they did sleep on this one. It does say 10 on the back here. I'm surprised they didn't put it at half price, $5. So I should be able to get $20 for that. Real easy sale. You throw it in a little padded envelope and go about your business. And they did sleep on this one, but only because this didn't have a tag on it. This is Yankee Candle, and the name of it is Willow Breeze. You can't really see here, but I couldn't quite determine if this had been on a wax warmer before. Yeah, it's too much light here. Maybe you can tell me. I'm not 100% sure. That's what the top looks like. And I'm pretty good with candles. I just wasn't sure. I mean, it looks like it's filled to the top. So I don't know if this has ever been on. Like, some people will put it on the warmer and then... I'm just rambling. You know what I mean. So I don't know if this one has been the same way. I don't think so. The scent is very strong on this one, Yankee Candle Willow Breeze. It is an older looking candle, so I did look this up. It didn't have a tag on it. So I took it to the front, and based on the price of all their other candles that were outrageously overpriced for no name brand candles, I definitely thought they were going to say $5 or $10. It didn't have a tag, so she took it to the back, got a price. She came back and she said it's $3. So I grabbed it, of course, because the comps are looking pretty good on the larger ones. There was only 3 comps, all of them sold in the 20-something range. This is not the Yankee large. It might be 14.5 ounces. Might be. I think the 14.5 is their large candle, but I could be wrong. Well, anyhow, I definitely put it to the side and knew that I would buy it. And then when I went back in there to continue shopping, I saw the same exact candle same exact candle, priced at $7. So I scored by the fact that I guess the tag had fallen off of it, and I went to ask for a price and they said $3. But I'm quite sure that if they would have seen the other candle at $7, they would have charged me $7, and it would have sat right there, friends. So I don't know, but I'm kind of tempted to go back and get that other one for $7. What I was really tempted to do was take the daggone tag off of it and get that one for $3 each. But I said, don't be a thief, Ange. Don't do that. And I didn't, because I don't need that type of karma in my life. It's already a shit show. I don't need no more drama. But that's it, friends, for now. That's all I found. Short video, unless I add something else. But hopefully I can make a few bucks off of this. All right, bye.